What's up everybody, Jemillio here with another SUPERX review. We're talking all about Venom, as you can see there. Now this is actually a special drop because this is the first time SUPERX has ever come out with an alter ego line for one of the characters that they're focusing on. For example, if they were to do a Captain America drop, they don't do anything centered around Steve Rogers, it's just Captain America. They actually have some shirts that they're calling the Eddie Brock collection. Now, what does that mean? Why should you care? I'm gonna get into that in this video. Now, just as a heads up to let you guys know, I do not have those long sleeves in hand. They were not able to get me the samples in time that I needed to make this video, and I don't have the casual shorts. I have the tracksuit, the hoodie, and the joggers. I have the casual joggers, so there's two sets of joggers this drop, another thing that they usually don't do. And I have the performance t-shirt and the performance long sleeve. But even with that said, I do have information on the Eddie Brock stuff and those shorts that I think you're gonna wanna stick around and listen to. It can help you in your decision if it's the right choice, you know, if it's the right choice for you, if it's the right piece of clothing that you might wanna get. So I'm gonna get into those. Without further ado, let's get right into this drop. We're gonna start talking about the Venom hoodie. I'm 5'10". I'm wearing a large in everything that you're gonna see here. So a large in the hoodie and the joggers. And they went with this bold black color for the base. There isn't any piping or anything on here, but they went with this contrast white stitching. There is a white trim around the hood, which I think looks really cool. It has a high collar. You can see they added the big Venom logo on the chest there. I'm gonna talk about what my thoughts are on the actual design in a little bit, but I'm gonna talk about the features here first. The material is a cotton poly spandex blend. Feels great on the skin. If you've been buying from them for the last at least 6 to 9 months, you're gonna like the material. So if you bought some of the Power Ranger stuff or the Assassin's Creed or G.I. Joe stuff, it's that same great material. They didn't change that up at all. They have some mesh highlights that are under the arm, white and black. And the white part loops around the back to kind of mimic the, you know, how Venom's spider kind of goes around his back too a lot of times. There are 2 zippers on here that are pockets, one on the left, one on the right, and then on the back it says "We are Venom." Now on the final product, this sample that I have does not have a split hem. The split hem is definitely better. They said on the final one they're going to add that split hem. Now from a design perspective, what are my thoughts on this hoodie? Me personally, it's not one of my favorites. Do I think the design looks good? Sure, especially if you're a Venom fan. Do I think the quality is great? Do I think that you're gonna find anything that's officially licensed with this high of quality? No, honestly, I don't. But speaking strictly from a design perspective, I'm a fan first. I've been wearing SUPERX clothes for over 5 years. My first YouTube video I made for them was in 2019. So I've been working with them for quite a long time. And one of the things that attracted me so much to their clothing was the fact that they didn't put logos on their stuff. It was a way to kind of incorporate the imagery of a character and pay homage to it without making it look like a costume. And that can be very difficult. Another thing that I loved about their company, and still love about their company, I'm saying it like it's past tense, but love about their company, is that the clothes are designed from the ground up, meaning they don't just take a design that's already there, put their logo on it, and then say, okay, ship it out. You can't find these clothes anywhere because they designed them from the ground up. And one of the things that I would have loved to see, so this is actually silkscreen. This spider logo is a silkscreen logo. Silkscreen's not cheap, it's not bad. Almost any shirt that you're gonna buy is gonna be silkscreen. It gets into the fabric, it's not gonna peel, it's not gonna chip, you know, it doesn't mean that it's low quality. But I would have loved to see their signature cut and sew pattern to actually incorporate or pay homage to the logo without just slapping the spider on there. I'm not a fan of the logos being on there like that. I'm a fan of the design of kind of incorporating that in. That's what I would have liked to see. One of the things that I also love about SUPERX clothes is, you know, I'm overall a fan of pop culture stuff and characters, but there are certain characters that I just don't care about. And what has impressed me so much with them is when you're able to take a character that I don't give a crap about and the design stands so well on its own that I go, oh my God, I have to have that. For example, they came up with the G.I. Joe set, Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. I don't give a crap about G.I. Joe. I don't care about G.I. Joe at all. But to me, just the suits look so cool. I said, I've gotta have that. That to me is 10 out of 10. Even if it's not something that I necessarily would wear, I get excited when I see it and I'm like, oh my God, like that looks great. You know, it may not be my personal taste, it's my personal fashion, but I can still look at almost everything they make and say, this looks amazing. This, to me, I didn't really get excited when I saw it. And I am more of a Venom fan than, say, G.I. Joe. And I would have liked to see something that made me stop and go, oh my God, that looks freaking sick. That's one of the best things I've ever seen. So it kind of let me down a little bit in that regard. But again, the fabric and everything is just as good as always. If you're a Venom fan, I truly believe that you'd be hard pressed to find something that's higher quality. And if you are not a Venom fan, but you have someone in your life that is, I think that they would like this. So those are kind of my thoughts on the design of the hoodie. Now let's talk about the joggers. I'm wearing a large in these joggers as well, and as you can see, they went again with a more simple design. No piping or anything, contrast white stitching. The Venom logo on my sample set is embroidered, but on the final one, it's gonna be silicone. If you're wondering what I mean, you can watch my Avengers review and see the silicone patch that they put on to those joggers and shorts. There are mesh highlights around the upper butt area right underneath the waistband, and the gusset, or the area at the crotch, is mesh as well. These joggers feel great, very comfortable, no irritation. Because there isn't a bunch of piping and stuff, you can do anything in these joggers. I could wear these for leg day, running, kicking, whatever. So if you're somebody that does martial arts, you rock climb and you gotta move your legs around a lot, these are gonna feel great. Again, would I have liked to see something that got me a little more excited when I saw them, a little bit more detail on them? Yes, I would have. That's something that I actually would have liked to see. But overall, I do think it is a very clean look. They're extremely comfortable. And from a quality and function standpoint, I mean, it's a 10. Now let's talk about the performance t-shirt and performance long sleeve. I'm gonna kind of just group them together because they're essentially the same. The only difference is just obviously one is short sleeve and one is long sleeve. You have this jet black base. It matches perfectly with the tracksuit. You have mesh detail in the same areas at the oblique area and under the arm. Now these performance tops are a poly spandex blend. There's no cotton in them. They're very lightweight, very stretchy, have great recoil. They wick away moisture, and they're very fast drying. The shirts also have a flat silicone logo on here, very high quality. It moves with the material, it's not gonna peel off. And what are my thoughts on the design of the shirts? Me personally, again with the hoodie, I would have liked to see the stitching incorporate the logo instead of the logo just being on there right on the nose. Do I think that the logo should have been bigger? No, I don't. Some people might say, well, it's Venom, it's gotta be all big. No, it doesn't. It's an artistic choice. I personally think it looks better with the slightly smaller spider. It's still pretty big. It's one of the biggest, this is the biggest logo they've ever done. So I don't want to see some giant big logos on there. It's a jagged spider. This does not look like a Spider-Man spider to me. Even at a distance, I'm like, that looks more like Venom to me than Spider-Man. So they picked the right spider. I'm okay with the size. It's still big as hell in my opinion. It's just, I would have liked to see the stitch pattern again, pay homage to it instead of it just being so on the nose with the logo. That's just me. Let's go on to the casual joggers. Now this is a big deal for them because they've never ever done two joggers in the same drop. The same drop, but I mean the two joggers are the same character in the same drop, that I should say. And these are basically just relaxed fit baggy joggers. You have a image of his face on there, and then on the back of the left leg, it says "We are Venom," and there's a spider logo on the front of the left leg. There are two pockets on here. The left one is open, the right one is a zipper pocket. And this is the same material as the tracksuit. So if you love that material, you're gonna love these. If you don't like it, or you wish there was like a different, maybe softer on the inside, kind of like, you know, felt on the inside, unfortunately, these are not like this. I personally love how their tracksuits feel. I love the material on that, so I have no issue with them using the exact same fabric. And as far as the design on these, I think it's fine. I mean, I think they look good. They're casual, relaxed joggers. These are ones that you could work out in, you could lounge around the house in. Now, sizing recommendations for everything. For everything, I would say go true to size. The hoodie and the jogger tracksuit, the performance t-shirts, I would recommend going true to size. There's really no reason that I would suggest to go down in size. I think for me, I wear a large and everything, so I'm gonna wear a large. Going down in a medium will make it just too tight. Going to an extra large would make it too long in the arms and too long in the body. So I would say go true to size. Now, the relaxed fit joggers, they're very baggy. There is a cuff on the bottom, so you don't have to worry about it dragging over your shoe and scraping on the ground and getting all nasty. But the the cuff is great. It's not too tight. However, me personally, I don't like my pants bunching that much at the bottom, so I would size down on the relaxed fit joggers. The sizing is going to be dependent on how you like to wear your clothes. If you like that relaxed, baggy look, that kind of like LA homeless look, then go true to size. I would say go ahead and get true to size. I can wear the large just fine. I would just personally like to size down so there's less length on the bottom. The waistband is not too tight either. So you might say, man, if I go down in size on the waistband, then is it gonna be super tight? The waistband it holds well, but it's not, I mean, it's not hard for me to extend it out. These are very comfortable. So again, size down, I would say, but you can go true to size and you'd be fine. The last two things that I want to talk about, like I said in the beginning of the video, is the shorts and the Eddie Brock shirts. So the shorts, I've been told, are mesh shorts. They're the double line mesh shorts that you saw with the Assassin's Creed stuff, Deadpool and Wolverine, and the Avengers drop. So I'm gonna leave a link to the Avengers drop up here and in the description. So that way, if you wanna see what those shorts look like, you can see. Obviously the Venom graphic is gonna be different, but the material that they're made out of is the same. And the second thing is the Eddie Brock shirts. What are those? They are a cotton spandex blend. They are not the performance type shirts. Who are those for? Well, if you're a longtime fan of SUPERX, you may remember that they had something a while back called their Origin collection, and it was just solid color shirts you could kind of wear with whatever. They were cotton and spandex. And then they even had something called like an alter ego line that they were trying to play around with. So they said, okay, how can we make kind of hybrid shirts while still linking it to the character a little bit? And that's by calling their new alter ego line the actual name of the character, like the real name of the character. So in this case, it would be Eddie Brock. These shirts are great for you to kind of dress up or dress down. Companies that do this have been doing this for a while, are like Built or Young LA. These are shirts that you can work out in. Like, I still love working out in cotton, a good cotton shirt. I'm a personal trainer. I'm in the gym every day pretty much. So I love working out in a good cotton shirt. Performance shirts are great, but nothing like a good cotton shirt. So these are shirts that you can kind of wear in the gym, but then also you could dress them up if you want. You could put a pair of jeans on and put some sneakers on, and you're not gonna be all kind of logoed out. And that's who the Eddie Brock stuff is for. So to kind of answer that question, like what's the difference? Is it just the performance stuff? No, it's just cotton spandex. It feels like a high-end cotton shirt. If there's anything in this video that caught your attention, or there's anything else on their site that catches your attention, make sure to use my discount code at checkout, Jemil, Jemil. It'll give you 15% off anything on their site, and it helps support me to keep making these reviews for you guys. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think about the clothes. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me know. And also, if you have any questions about the sizing, etc., leave that in the comments as well. I'm trying to answer as many as I can. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.